The jungle erupted in screams before I could even understand what was happening. The trees shivered, the ground twisted underneath me, and the sky turned darker than night. I ran as fast as my legs could carry me, branches cutting my face, wet leaves sliding under my feet. The scent of mud and fear wrapped around me like smoke. I didn't know where to run. I didn't know who to run to. All I knew was that something huge was following me. A shape slithered between the trees. Not a shadow, a monster. Its scales glowed a sickly green, reflecting the moonlight like polished glass. Its head rose several feet above me, eyes burning with hunger. The anaconda had chosen me. I stumbled backward, breath sharp, panic choking my throat. The serpent circled me, its body forming a living cage. I closed my eyes, accepting the end. And then, the earth split with a roar. A roar that shook my bones. A roar that shattered the serpent's confidence. I turned and saw him. He stepped through the jungle like a walking mountain, black fur dripping with rain, chest heaving, eyes glowing like molten gold. King Kong. The protector, the legend whispered between tribes, the beast no one believed existed, except the jungle. He towered over us both, his gaze locked on me, gentle, worried, then on the serpent, blazing with fury. The anaconda lunged. Kong charged. The forest exploded. Vines snapped. Trees toppled. The serpent wrapped around Kong's massive torso, crushing him with brutal coils. Kong roared, the sound tearing through the night. He fought the coils, muscles bulging, agony in every breath. Kong! I screamed. Then the serpent struck again, its tail smashing into Kong's ribs with terrifying force. He crashed into the stones, roaring in pain. The serpent's tail slithered violently and wrapped around my ankles. Before I could scream, it dragged me across the mud toward its blood-soaked head. Its golden eye flickered, broken but burning with fury. I clawed at the ground, helpless. The jaws opened wide, ready to end me. Kong forced himself to stand, bleeding, wounded, barely breathing. But when he saw me being dragged toward death, something ignited inside him. He roared, a roar that cracked the sky, and charged like thunder unleashed. He reached me in a single leap, his massive arm wrapped around me, pulling me against his chest. He spun and smashed the serpent's tail with such force that the earth split beneath us. The serpent shrieked. Kong pushed me behind him, shielding me completely, a living wall of muscle and fury. Then he attacked with everything he had left, fists raining down like storms. The serpent twisted violently, trying to coil again. Kong didn't let it. He grabbed its jaw and tore it apart in a final, brutal act of strength. The serpent collapsed, dead, finally still. Kong dropped to his knees, exhausted, blood soaking the earth. I ran to him, my hands shaking, heart crashing against my ribs. I threw my arms around him, burying my face in his fur. "You're hurt," I whispered. "You almost died because of me." Kong lifted his head. His eyes softened. He nudged me gently with his forehead, a promise. I pressed my hands into his wounds, tears mixing with rain and blood. "I thought I'd lose you." Kong exhaled deeply, almost like a sigh of relief. He wrapped his arms around me, carefully, pulling me close to his thundering heart. He lifted me in his arms and limped through the jungle, refusing to let me walk alone. Every breath hurt him. Every step was pain. But he carried me anyway. At the waterfall, he finally collapsed beside me. I stayed with him. I tended his wounds through the night. Hours passed. Rain fell softly. I curled against his massive frame, whispering truths I had never said aloud. "You saved me. I can't lose you." Kong's hand, huge and trembling, brushed my hair aside. A gentle, protective touch. A touch that changed everything. The jungle calmed around us. The river hushed. And as the morning sun rose behind the waterfall, I knew we weren't just connected. We were meant to be. Days passed. Weeks followed. Kong healed and stayed by my side. He brought me fruit, showed me safe paths, guarded me at night. I cared for him, cleaned his wounds, told him stories. Our bond grew deeper, stronger, real. And one day, under the golden light of evening, a smaller shadow peeked from behind Kong's massive leg. Two curious eyes, tiny hands gripping fur. Our child, half wild, half miracle. Kong lifted the little one onto his shoulder with pride glowing in his eyes. I walked beside them, our world glowing warm in the fading light. We were no longer hunted, no longer afraid. We were a family. And our love rewrote the wild.